Okay, and first off, before we get started, I am recording this after being sick for like a week and a half. I feel destroyed, but this I'm falling behind, so this has got to get recorded. So I apologize if I'm a little sound a little stuffy. But hey, this welcome back to the continuation of your onboarding course. Real talk today, though. There are two types of people in the world. There are people who live reactively, and there are people who choose to live proactively. The difference between those two is the gap between spinning your wheels and actually getting where you want to go in life. So let's start with reactive living. Being reactive means you're constantly responding to life as it happens to you. You hit snooze because you didn't plan your night or you just don't feel like getting up yet. You eat what's convenient because you didn't prep ahead. You skip workouts because you didn't schedule them into your week. And you're constantly in putting out fires mode, responding, reacting, and surviving. And listen, life throws curveballs. You're human. We all get reactive sometimes. But if that's your default mode of operating, you're going to wake up one day realizing that your habits, your body, your mindset, they were all shaped by default, not by design. And usually that's why we're working together in the first place. But if we contrast that with being proactive in the process, proactive people don't just have goals, they build a life that aligns with them. They plan tomorrow today. They remove temptation before it becomes a problem in the first place. They structure their week so their priorities aren't left to chance. They create environments that make success inevitable, not optional. Proactivity isn't about control freak behavior. It's about maturity. It's about responsibility. It's about taking responsibility for your actions. It's about saying, if I want to look, feel, and live a certain way, then I need to take ownership of what's in my control. And there's a lot in your control. And we'll get to that later. Being a mature adult isn't just about paying bills and showing up to work. It's about aligning your actions with your values and aspirations. It's recognizing that wanting something isn't enough. You have to make intentional effort towards the change that you want. Your systems and habits and routines have to support it. If you want to eat better, get the junk food out of the house. God, the amount of pushback I get on this one. Oh, but Chris, I have two kids and they eat the junk food. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, okay. So when we had this conversation, you said, I want to set a better example for my kids. But then when it comes time to actually follow through with that, you're no longer down. You no longer want to do that because you don't want to deal with the tantrums that come with it. Okay. Just like when it comes to life, you learn to cope by sitting with those feelings and emotions. So sit with that. Yes, it's going to be an uncomfortable conversation. Yes, it's going to be hard, but this is the price you have to pay if you want to set that example. But also, you're the adult, not them. They make the choices for the food in the house, not you. And if they don't, and like it's up to you to sit down and have these conversations with them. If you want to be more fit, put workouts in your calendar like you do meetings and appointments. You want less chaos in your week? Do a Sunday night reset and prep. Visualize and map out your week ahead. Proactive people don't wait until they feel like doing something. They act in service of the future version of themselves. They think 2, 3, 10 steps ahead. And over time, this builds momentum, confidence, clarity, results. Now, I'm not saying you have to be a robot. Like life happens. You'll get thrown off. You'll have off days, and that's okay. That's expected. We understand that that's part of the process. But being proactive most of the time gives you a sturdy foundation to then bounce back from. You're not rebuilding or restarting from scratch. You're simply course correcting. You don't have to overhaul your entire life. Just start with simple things like ask yourself tonight, hey, what can I do today to make tomorrow a little bit easier? Can you prep any meals? Can you cook more protein so that you don't have to think about it for lunch tomorrow? Can you lay out your gym clothes to make it easy to put on in the morning so when you go to the gym? Can you set better boundaries with your time with the people around you? These small proactive steps help create massive compound interest. So here's your challenge. Are you living by design or are you living by default? Are your daily choices aligned with the person you say you want to become? If not, it's time to shift gears. Stop reacting to life and start creating it. Be the kind of adult your younger self needed. Be the kind of role model your future self will thank you for. Be proactive, because the life you want doesn't happen by accident. It doesn't happen by wanting it harder. So we've already touched on this a little bit, the idea of being proactive, right? So getting on top of celebrating small wins, the 20% rule, et cetera, et cetera. But now we're doubling down on this concept. And if this message hit home, buckle up, because the next few videos are all about helping you become more proactive in the journey. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.